Well, hello and welcome to another Daily Dominion, and I'm already seeing that due to the low amount of light that apparently the camera is a bit on the slow side. Apologies for that. But yeah, we have a full Allies kingdom as it's Tuesday and we just have cards from one expansion. And as allies usually does, it comes with an ally in Mountain Folk and a bunch of liaisons. We have student, broker, guildmaster as liaisons, and if you want to take a look at the kingdom, you can do so over here. And of the cards that look somewhat important, while we have Capital City for sifting in combination with Galleria or Guildmaster, it might also be Draw, also or Skirmisher. Broker is this flexible ally that, not ally, but liaison, that could give us plus cards, plus actions or plus coin or favors. And then we have carpenters to gain us 3 cards costing up to 4. Probably maybe brokers, or later it could also be a remodel variant, as can modify be. Then also we have 2 rotating split piles, and those contain some powerful cards. There are the wizards, which start with student, which is the liaison, and then go into Conjurer, which probably isn't as enticing here, just because of the presence of Carpenter and the lack of appealing 4-cost cards, apart from maybe Garrison and Brokers. Then Sorcerer as an attack, a light attack, as it can only curse once per turn, essentially. And Lich, which is a 6-cost card that you discard when you trash it. And here with the 2 remodel variants, Lich might actually be a desirable thing to have in our deck, because, well, we get to trash it, and when we trash it, we discard it and gain a cheaper card from the trash. At that time, we might have already put other good cards in the trash that we can just regain. And yeah, with the modify and in Carpenter, that can do the trashing a card and gaining one that costs up to 2 more, we could probably get a whole bunch of provinces the same turn. And also, Lich and Broker sound like good stuff. You could trash a Lich for a bunch of actions or a bunch of cards and do fun stuff. So I think this is what you want to go for here. This might be facilitated by also the forts pile, which start off with Tent. Let me do this. And Tent in itself is very weak, but you can use it to rotate the forts. And then if you happen to gain a bunch of garrisons or get 2 garrisons in play, you will probably be able to draw a bunch of cards the next turn and yeah, be off to the races that way. And that means that you can also line up Broker and Lich and whatever pretty easily. There is Skirmisher as an attack if you keep gaining attack cards like Sorcerer or Skirmisher themselves. And yeah, it's the classical discard attack, which can certainly hurt. And yeah, what else is there? I mean, the ally might help you to start off your turn. It might be desirable to get a student, get a broker to trash out estates and coppers early on. Then yeah, I don't know what else there is. I mean, already this split pile stuff with Lich and Garrison seems to be something we might want to go for. And oh, I forgot to get my camera back into play. Sorry for that, but I mean, the bitrate isn't that great anyways. So let's look at the kingdom plot. The kingdom plot tells us that there's a bunch of thinning, a bunch of draw, a bunch of gains. Actually, the thinning, I mean, there is modify and student, which and also broker, which are all right. Thinning, like none of those is a powerhouse like chapel or whatever. But yeah, we should certainly get thin here rather quickly, and then we should be able to use a lot of those components that I mentioned, garrisons, liches for draw, lich trashing or broker trashing liches for villages, or even maybe one or two capital cities for reliability early on, and then aim to gain a bunch of provinces trashing liches. I think that's probably the best thing to do here, to build really, really big. Now, what do you open for this? I think the 5-2 is a tiny bit better than the 4-3, although it's not super clear to me. The modify early on is also not really that great. It's still better than nothing, better than probably better than just a single broker, and thus we might go for that. On the 4-3, you could go broker silver, you could also go carpenter silver, you could go carpenter student, broker student. All those seem fine to me. I think I like going for silver more than student, just to get maybe one or two draw cards, or at least sifting cards like capital city or hunter into the deck before really thinning down aggressively with student, as otherwise you might be left without payload and draw. But yeah, we have the 2-5, so we skip our first turn, I guess, and then see how this goes with the modify opening. And this is already good that we see the modify immediately. We can gain a broker and pick up this student before we get locked out of it, and now pick up a silver. And now we could trash just a bunch of copper, so for sure we want to trash this copper, I think. Do we want to rotate even? I don't think it matters that much, to be honest. And now we could trash this estate for +1 card, +1 action, and then trash this copper as well, and yeah, essentially skip this one turn in favor of having another turn in which we or let's actually rotate already to a bit further towards the lich. Yeah, in order to get some cycling going. Now here, what do we want to gain? I think gaining a broker should be fine. We could also think about trashing the carpenter to broker, although really that isn't yielding that much. Yeah, what do we want to do here? I think we want to get rid of the student soon-ish as well. I like putting it maybe in one more broker, ending the actions and going for maybe a silver, another one, or already a tent. The idea would be to be in a position where we can pick up a bunch of garrisons at the same time. But for now, I think another silver might just be strictly better. And yeah, here let's we could thin out the silver. We could get rid of the student, but then we lose the access to the lich. I think I like rotating here, trashing one more copper, and getting rid of the silver in favor of a capital city, just to get some cycling in, and yeah, hopefully now, of course, AI rotates away from the liches, and see where we go from here. And yeah, I wish we didn't need to go through this rotation game once again, but apparently if we want to regain cards from the trash, we do. Yeah, I'm actually not super sure what to go for here. This is an ugly draw, to be honest. I would really like to start kicking off with some better hands. I think we pick up yet another carpenter for sure. maybe turn this silver into a hunter or even a guildmaster. I wouldn't mind having a few extra favors. Just for some drawing action. Also with the capital city, it's not too bad. And then leave the rest be. That would be an option. But yeah, I'm not super convinced about this chain of decisions. Yeah, we do have more coppers there that the student wants to trash, so let's just gain a guildmaster and be done with this turn. It's also not an optimal draw here, of course, because we put those coppers back into the shuffle. However, we do get to trash one of the carpenters here, finally getting some draw in, and that actually looks great as we get to finalize thinning out those coppers, and the carpenter can gain another carpenter, and we can end our buys here. It's very, very nice to find this capital city on top, although we also might just get this mountain folk going now. And yeah, let's see. We do get attacked here. Probably get rid of the student and carpenter and can just draw here. I think that's fine. Now, what does this capital city want to do? I think we want to play this first to discard here. Draw a bit. Now, probably get the guildmaster into play. These draws are not really the things that I'm looking for. Yeah, I think what we do here is probably to get the guildmaster into play, gain a carpenter, probably just turn this broker into something a tiny bit more useful. Maybe a skirmisher to start attacking AI as well, and just buy a tent or a silver here. Man, I would have really loved to have gotten one more favor, but alas, it's just a tent. And probably we get attacked here again. So we'll discard the two carpenters. Not be too happy with that, but what can you do? This is also not a great draw. Yeah, we're just floating around at this point. Our deck is not at the place where I would like it to be, but yeah, just these constant attacks, like especially the first attack did really hurt us. And at this point, I would like to maybe we should stop following this pipe dream of getting the Lich. It's just too good not to. This is just so incredibly annoying. I think we do need to discard here. Draw with this broker just to get some stuff done. Now probably, let's draw here. Turn the student into actions, I think. Get one more broker. Gain, probably just draw a card here. Play this tent, and I don't think we even want to rotate here. Can just maybe go for another skirmisher. And yeah, we are also lacking village power. Yeah, no, this is not going great. Yikes, what is this draw? something went horribly wrong here. At least we do have the option to draw there, and now we will get the capital city played without any repercussions, get to have this guildmaster in play, gain more other cards, although actually this is all awful. Everything we can do here is kind of not great, because we're lacking this second village. I think we do go for the actions here, just to rotate this, gain some garrisons. Get one of them into, or both of them into play and buy one more. Yeah, I think that might be the play we need to have here. AI is probably going to pick up the next one. But yeah, this Lich plan never worked out because AI rotated off of the Lich and then we didn't get the student where we wanted it to. And now we're really starving for actions, we're starving for a lot of things, and AI is ahead by 2 provinces. And yeah, I do not like our position. Let's see where we can go from here, though. We certainly should play this capital city. Now decline this. Do we want to get Guildmaster or Garrison into play? I think the effect is going to be more or less the same. Actually, we can get rid of the tent now. Get this, play this for plus actions, gain broker, play this and end our actions for a... I'm playing this all wrong, of course. The reason why I did this was to be able to do the garrison stuff. And yeah, end our actions and pick up a Galleria for extra buys, or Hillfort. I think Galleria it has to be. And AI did draw a card of the garrison. We do not get to attack it consistently. We are really far behind. I completely bungled this somehow. I don't know why, but that's what we did. We do get to draw cards off the garrison. We do get to draw cards off this mountain folk. Do get to cap city. Decline that. Broker for actions to get all of these nice things in play. And yeah, actually, let's keep this garrison out of play for now. And yeah, a Lich would have been wonderful, really wonderful. I think we want to attack AI here by gaining a sorcerer and then probably pick up another capital city. So I don't think this is lost yet, but yeah, let AI maybe get a curse in. Okay, get another capital city and pick up just a province. This feels a bit wrong, but probably it has to be that way. Yeah, not feeling all too great. Let's first draw off of this garrison. Now, again, we will need to sacrifice a good card for actions here. Probably one of the garrisons, actually. And get all these fluffy cards into play. Draw one with the capital city. Decline that. Probably Carpenter, Sorcerer into Sorcerer, and attack AI that way. And also lower the Sorcerers. Actually, could do that again, but probably it's better to just attack AI with the Sorcerer the normal way. And do we want to turn this capital city into something else? A hill fort might be actually better at this point, but oh well. It correctly revealed the skirmisher there, but we can, well, pick up one more broker, which we can kill next turn, and then a province with that, and then see where we go. Yeah, I resolved the garrison with no cards that it drew off of it, which is really good, but yeah, it also does have those provinces and carpenters, which it might use to lower the provinces in an untimely manner. And it could also attack us here. It has the hill forts, which we don't have. And it buys a duchy. Actually, that's rather encouraging. Duchy isn't all too bad. But we, on the other hand, did not get enough favors last turn to draw in the beginning of this turn, at the beginning of this turn. So, yeah, need to be a bit wary of that. Yeah, I think we sacrifice some money for some draw here. Right. Let's kill this first. Get some action, or actually, let's first draw. Sorry. Climb that and pay 2 to get the Guildmaster there. Now we can sacrifice this for actions. And then we don't even get to find the sorcerer again, were we to... this is awful. Yeah, I think we just play the sorcerer here. Get rid of one of the carpenters in favor of probably another sorcerer or a skirmisher, one of the two things. Skirmisher might be a bit better. I don't think we will get to Lich anytime soon. Although no, let's get the sorcerer as fodder, and yeah, now we have 5 favors again. We will be able to draw at the beginning of our turn. We have Curse AI twice. It hasn't gotten rid of the curses yet, so I think we're in an alright spot, but yeah, this playthrough hasn't really worked out the way I wanted it to in any way. But yeah, let's see whether we can somehow have some fun here now that we will be able to carpenter a sorcerer into... no, we won't even be able to get the Lich there because we only have one carpenter left. So what we do, I think, is just a sad thing here. We turn this into actions. Do we even have a win here already if we don't turn this into actions but rather into money? I don't think we do. I mean, we can... Is this a win? I got so confused by this kingdom that I don't even know at this point. Yeah, I think we should probably just play Sorcerer and Skirmisher and play this out. buy a province and a something. No, we won't be able to buy a province and a something. So we carpenter capital city into duchy and then see where we go from there. This kingdom really, there's so much nice stuff to do here and we didn't manage to do any of it. It's really a shame. And yeah, we could turn this capital city into something nicer, or we can just discard these two cards, decline that, pick up silver, or actually broker. And no, we didn't get to attack AI here. Yeah, we certainly should, I think. So actually, let's scrap that. Just get rid of this in favor of a probably skirmisher or lich. It doesn't matter that much. And I'm a bit afraid of AI provincing and going for another province and somehow getting something more off of that. So let's just go broker and duchy. Or we could go broker and lich and then on the next turn try to do some better stuff. I think that's the way to go. I didn't notice AI got its garrison into play there, although still I hope we bricked its deck enough. But yeah, if we lose this, I wouldn't be surprised, really, with how badly I've maneuvered this. It really was not the greatest way to play this kingdom, for sure. And yeah, AI carpents this curse into a state to get closer to our score. Now, states are getting kind of low. I'm not afraid just yet, but AI certainly is lowering a lot and getting a lot of points. Whereas we, on the other hand, are really reliant on finding some of our good stuff, good draw cards, as a skirmisher on top. And yeah, I mean, we could certainly. This is so annoying. We don't have enough broker in our deck to do that much fun lich stuff. I'm actually. What is in the trash? There is, well, a bunch of good stuff in the trash as well, which we could gain by trashing the lich, and could go up to. No, we couldn't even double province here. This is really, really bad. I think we need to play the sorcerer and hope we don't draw another province. And rather one of our two capital cities, or one of our only capital cities. And that might be enough to at least do a bit better stuff here. We do get to trash this for actions. Probably should pick up another broker. And then get some actions here. Trash the guildmaster for draw. Then we can trash the lich for I think I like this plan. That's one card here. Trash the lich for monies. And gain another broker. Yeah, wait, let's first put this Galleria into play. Maybe also the garrison. Trash the lich for another broker and get plus coin. Now we have 13. That's almost there already. Now, if we were to yeah, I think that's it, right? We can just mill one province and then double province with this extra broker. As long as we... Man, this is mind-bogglingly annoying. Yeah, I mean, we do get to gain another estate here, I guess, and a province, and just mill this one for extra monies and then buy the last two provinces. But oh me, oh my, this was so much more complicated than it needed to be, and really unsatisfying, to be honest, because nothing worked out until we got that lich, got our hands on that lich. Yikes, yikes, yikes. I'm actually inclined to replay this kingdom because this just didn't go. This, I mean, yeah, if you want to stay around, feel free to. If you want to already tune out, feel also free to. But I think I'm going to give this one another try. You can see my my history here, where I skipped playing for a bit, and let's give this one another go and hope we get our hands on this lich for earlier and get to actually have some fun and pick up an early capital city. Trash this for money to get the student in. I mean, okay, these are also really good draws early on. Probably Hunter or Modify, although Hunter might not draw that much. I'm also not super sure about the Guildmaster. Maybe just another capital city. Yeah, next turn we should be able to pick up a Carpenter. And to do this, which is great. We get to thin out 2 coppers, decline, and pick up another broker, and our buy is here. And yeah, hopefully just get the lich stuff done much earlier. Now, if we were to trash a copper and draw, then we wouldn't quite get there to be able to afford a lich. So let's draw here, discard 2 and pay 2. And I mean, this is not very enticing, I guess, but we could just leave this on top for now and pick up another silver. Now here we would get to rotate, rotate, and then still not quite get there, although we could trash the student for cards, and now we are here if we so wanted to. And indeed, I think it's worth to trash this carpenter for plus coin to just get to this lich. If we trash the lich later, we will be able to regain the carpenter from the trash, so that's fine. And now we also get to kick off this turn really nicely. Discard this for plus 2 cards, and already here we do get some probably money, although favors might also just be the thing to go for, or cards. We will get to, well, if we go for cards, we will get to do more fun stuff with it immediately. So yeah, probably cards. Then pick up another broker. Trash this Lich for money. No, then we can't play the capital city properly, so then we just draw up here, decline, trash this for money, I guess, trash this for favors actually, just so we have a head start on the draw, and probably just pick up a second Lich to do more fun stuffs with. And yeah, this is already looking so much better than it looked on the last turn. If the carpenters pile, we will be able to carpent liches as well for good cards. And yeah, I don't know. Let's play this first. Decline here. Carpent for carpenter. Play this for plus cards. Play this student to get rid of one of those coppers. And yeah, essentially play by ear at this point. Carpent for more carpenters. It would be good if they emptied actually. Get rid of that and get one more student, I suppose, for plus actions. Draw further here. Now this can gain more carpenter. We can trash this, probably gain copper and draw up. Yeah, now this student should probably just trash the other student, and this carpenter should just gain another carpenter. And now we leave our fingers off of playing the liches and just calmly pick up one more broker or another capital city. And next turn we should be able to hopefully do more fun lich stuff. Let's go for broker. We might get attacked here, which is not great, but well, I think in that case we discard carpenter copper. No, we don't get attacked, and this means that probably we should get rolling here. Well, we can trash the student for plus cards, and we immediately get punished for that. Was probably a bit greedy. But next turn should have liches in hand and be able to do, well, not that much fun stuff yet. Perhaps we might even play one if we don't find a broker here. I think we could get away with playing one and just closing out this game. In that case, we probably would like another one in the discard, and yeah, let's go for that. Let's play this one for draw. Next one should be trashed for actions. Cycle through some of those. Get some. Actually, why not use this broker to broker carpenter for actions and then one for more draw, and do the same thing again. Now these liches, all of those liches could become provinces in principle. Can regain this, probably broker this into, well, let's be efficient about that, broker that into actions, broker that into draw, and Do we have a win here already? It's kind of loopy, this whole thing. Probably need to go for one more plus actions. And also turn some of this into broker. Just for some more draw. Now this one also wants to be a broker probably. And then we play this lich as well. Get rid of that. Gaining a carpenter. Gaining a province. Play this broker on silver to draw. We might just not make it because we might lack a bit of. We're there. We're exactly there. We get to mill some provinces, and no, come on. Gotta be kidding me. I thought we were there. We are one action short. Now, what about? This is embarrassing. If we were to just play this one. No, we aren't there. We cannot do that. I guess we could go for province here. Play this one for plus cards, but then we are out of. Ah, I messed this up. I messed this up big time. If we go for yet another lich, though. Use a province for draw. Then we play the lich. Now we're just short one action. Ay. Yeah, there's. I mean, I probably played this too recklessly, anyways, because I thought we already were there. But yeah, now AI. Actually, this was super stupid. I didn't think about the lich turns. AI has 3 turns now to catch up, and probably will do so. Yeah, there we go. And now one more province. Yeah. Oh, it did not in fact, catch up, and we just win here. But yeah, also this was not very glorious. I'm afraid. We almost went there with this crazy lich turn, and I think I got to show off some of the capabilities of this kingdom. But in the end, we were just short by a tiny bit, and yeah, didn't quite get there. Anyways, now this video has been 43 minutes because of the secondary playthrough. I still hope you enjoyed these chaotic ones and my despair during the first, especially during the first game, where I really didn't think we would win this because of how awful the lich situation ended up being. Like, our deck was really prepared to play with that, and then AI rotated off of that, and that really broke our neck, because then it just didn't work out. But somehow we managed to pull through. Somehow we managed to keep the AI under control with the constant attacks, so it couldn't close out the game, even though there was plenty of province milling to be done with Carpenter and Modify. And yeah, I don't know. Interesting kingdom for sure. And this should be able, like, with good draws and a bit more precise play than we did on the last turn in the second game, should be able to finish this in 11, maybe 12, more 12 and maybe even 11 turns. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I will hope to catch you in the next one, and until then, goodbye.